What did that have to do? Person have to do with anything?
Right, everybody.
People in.
If I could ask people to mute themselves on the bottom left-hand side of their screen, just whilst everyone's talking, and then at the end we'll be able to take questions and have a chat. Right, hello, I'm Elaine. Lovely to see you all. Thank you all for joining us for our second virtual familiarisation of the day. This time we're taking a visit to White Cliffs country, which is going to be really exciting. We're really pleased to be doing these virtual events this week and having a programme for excursions. We didn't want to let the week pass without acknowledging that. We've pulled it together with all of our destinations and attractions, so bear with us and we hope you enjoy the week. It's been a year of uncertainty and we wanted to support the tourism industry and destinations the best that we could. And Tourism Southeast behind the scenes has been working hard to support our destinations and work with them to decode the information provided by government in terms of the requirements and help lobby them in terms of the needs of the industry as we've gone along. But this week is about looking forward to the positive times ahead, hopefully very soon, and help you get some inspiration for as and when we can travel again as soon as possible. So today we are joined by the White Cliffs country team. I just wanted to do a little bit of housekeeping first. So I am Elaine, as I said, and I've got Karen Roebuck working with me today, who's going to lead the co-host with me and facilitate the questions and answers at the end. And then I'm going to introduce you and ask the White Cliffs country team just to introduce themselves so that you can see them pop up on the screen, and then we'll start. Could I ask you all to mute yourselves whilst we're talking? So that's on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Thank you very much. There is a chat box on the bottom bar of your screen as well. If you want to ask a question during the session or at the end, please type it into the chat box. And Karen will just tell you a little bit more about what to do there in just a second. And also, just to let you know, we are recording this session. So don't worry, you're not all on, it will only pick up on the recording those that speak. Again, if you're not comfortable with that, then you can just turn your video off, which is also in the bottom left-hand corner. But if I just hand over to Karen so she can introduce herself and explain how the Q&A will work.
Hi everybody, once again it's lovely to see you all. Missing the show this year after 30 years of being involved, but let's go to the questions and answers. If you are interested in putting a question, if you can put it in the chat box along the bottom panel. If you're happy to ask the question yourself, that's fine. If you'd like me to ask it for you, then just put Karen, please ask. What will happen is when we come to the Q&A session, I will say your name and that you have a question to ask, and then if you unmute, and then you can ask your question. We have two pre-registered questions which we have already shared, and I will just talk them through at the end. So hand over to White Cliffs now.
Thank you, Karen, and thank you, Elaine. So I'm Chris Townend. Actually, I should say hello, everyone, as well. So I'm Chris Townend. So I'm the Strategic Tourism and Visitor Economy Manager for White Cliffs Country, which is on Kent's beautiful southeast coast. And our district includes the character towns of Dover, Deal and Sandwich, and the wider areas, including areas like Wingham. I'm delighted to also be joined by my colleague, Debbie Dainton, who will be keeping an eye on things. Say hello, Debbie. Sorry.
Hello all.
So Debbie's the Visitor Operations Manager, so she's someone who would be working with you as well closely. And we're delighted to obviously be with you at Excursions today, as well as to be presenting and answering your questions. We hope you like what you see. So thank you for your time and your interest, and we look forward to hopefully working with you in the future. Thank you.
Neil, do you want to just introduce yourself?
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Neil McCollum. I'm the Head of Historic Properties for English Heritage. I look after all of the English heritage properties in Kent. And a little bit later, I'll be talking to you about Dover Castle and Walmer Castle and Gardens. So great to see all of you on the call today.
And Trevor?
Yes, good afternoon, everyone.
I'm Trevor Bond, and I am representing the 2 4-star hotels in Dover, namely the Best Western Plus Dover Marina Hotel and Spa, and also the new Holiday Inn Dover, which was opened in November.
Great, thank you very much. I just wanted to let you all know that there is 68 people on this call today, which is great to see you all. So thank you again. Right, I'm just going to share a screen for. Bear with me 1 second. Technology fail, apologise. Okay.
Hi everyone, I'm Chris Townend, the Strategic Tourism and Visitor Economy Manager for Dover District Council, otherwise known as Wycliffe's Country. My team and I work as a destination management and marketing organisation for the district, welcoming 4.7 million visitors a year, championing the district's £302 million tourism industry, and supporting more than 6,000 jobs under the Wycliffe's Country brand. We recognise, as you do, especially at this time, that tourism and its growth is crucial, and we are fully committed to working with partners and industry groups, as well as businesses, to promote, sell, connect and grow our visitor offering. As such, we are keen to work with you, and I'm delighted to be with you today to showcase Wycliffe's Country in Kent's Garden of England, your future destination partner. A vibrant, growing destination valued for its outstanding heritage, landscape and experiences, as well as its ease of access, warmth of welcome and wealth of opportunity. I'm sure you've all heard of Dover and its world-famous iconic white cliffs, an internationally recognised symbol of Britain, but look beyond the chalk and there are even more opportunities and hidden treasures waiting to be explored, discovered and enjoyed by you and your domestic and international customers. I'm speaking to you today from Maison Dieu in Dover and Dover Museum and the Bronze Age Boat Gallery, just 2 of those hidden gems which should be firmly on your radar. Enjoying one of the most temperate climates in the UK, to experience Wycliffe's Country is to embrace an incredible coastal adventure, whatever time of the year you visit or stay. With dramatic cliff tops boasting breathtaking panoramas, you will awaken your senses as you take in the vast open spaces and wild, rugged beauty of the landscape.
I'm sorry, everyone. I think there's a few comments that you can't hear, so I'm just going to reshare that again. Would you like me to start it again? Or is it okay for some of you?
Turn it up.
Yeah, I'm going to turn and start again. I'm very sorry.
You don't need to start again.
I'll just carry on.
Just
Okay.
need to make it louder.
Okay.
With spectacular views of France, the world-famous White Cliffs of Dover stretch for 10 miles. Witness their formidable presence as they dramatically rise up out of the waves. At sea level, you'll discover rock pools and pebble beaches, perfect for exploring and coastal foraging, and sandy shores on which to rest, relax and enjoy the water for sport and recreation. It's undeniable that after visiting Wycliffe's Country, you will return home with a treasure trove of memories and experiences you will simply have to share. Internationally famous for its unique history and heritage, including 3 coastal castles, there's more to Wycliffe's Country than first meets the eye. Delve deeper into the picturesque seaside towns and historic villages and discover the secrets of what makes this area so special and nationally and internationally significant. From its perfectly preserved architecture to its Bronze Age boat, the world's oldest surviving seagoing vessel, to its significant maritime Roman and medieval history, to its very own Magna Carta and more. Wycliffe's Country is well connected, with extensive coastal and rural paths, including the England Coast Path, pilgrimage routes and National Cycle Route 1. Only 1 hour from London by train and within easy reach of Europe by ferry, cruise ship, road and train, this staycation destination covers 123 square miles, with 22% of the region designated as an area of outstanding natural beauty, and 3% of this is designated as heritage coast. all making Whitecliffs Country an ideal destination to reconnect with nature, feel refreshed and rejuvenated, restore positive well-being and soak up the peace and harmony of the great outdoors. So when adventuring has ignited your appetite, a wonderful selection of locally produced food and drink is available from independent venues and settings, and with so many unique opportunities to experience, you'll all want to stay longer and explore further. No problem. Whitecliffs Country offers extensive accommodation options, ensuring you will always find a comfortable place to stay to suit whatever your taste and budget. Discover Deal, a quaint, quirky and quintessentially English seaside town. Visit Dover, an active, adventurous and authentic English historic town. Explore Sandwich, a relaxed, romantic and rustic English medieval town. Or live like a local and enjoy all of Whitecliffs Country, escaping the everyday. What's more, 2021 brings the Whitecliffs Country bounce back, including new bookable experiences and activities fit for market and available year-round, new dynamic festivals and events, working with the tourism industry and introducing new thematic and creative visitor itineraries. The £2.9 million redevelopment of Dover's Market Square. The start of Maison Dew's £10 million redevelopment linked to William Burgess and pilgrimage. Ongoing Dover Marina Curve renewal. British and European level motorsport at Liddon Hill Race Circuit, the international home of rallycross. And the return of the Open in July to Royal St George's Golf Club in Sandwich, one of the world's leading and most popular sporting events. The 149th Open is expected to attract over 200,000 on-course spectators and a worldwide television audience of millions. This will be the 18th time Whitecliffs Country has hosted this world-famous golf event, spread across 3 of Whitecliffs Country's links golf courses, Royal St George's, Prince's and Royal Cinque Ports. So if you and your customers are looking for a new, unforgettable and unique destination, primed with selfie hotspots, where coast meets countryside, ancient meets modern, relaxation meets adventure, and the United Kingdom meets Europe, look no further than Whitecliffs Country. To recap, miles of beaches and coastline, over 100 visitor attractions, 57 conservation areas, 48 ancient monuments, 30 walking routes, 9 cycle trails, over 200 parks and open spaces, countless bookable experiences, activities and events, mouth-watering local produce, as well as distinctive places to eat, drink and stay. Look no further than Whitecliffs Country. You're invited. For further information and guidance, please contact the Whitecliffs Country team or visit whitecliffscountry.org.uk, where you will find videos, guides, maps and a whole host of further information. My team and I look forward to hearing from you and to supporting you with your plans for 2021 and beyond. I now pass you to Neil McCollum, Head of Historic Properties for English Heritage in Kent, who will provide you with further information in regard to Dover Castle and its secret wartime tunnels, Woolmer Castle and its gardens, Deal Castle and Richborough Roman Fort, all found within Whitecliffs Country. Over to you, Neil.
Thank you, Chris. I'm just going to share my screen now because I've got a small video just to introduce English Heritage. Great, there we go. That's a quick introduction to English Heritage and Dover Castle. I'm also going to share one other thing with yourselves. One minute, please. Now, this is where the technology fails. Okay, can everyone see that okay? Just a thumbs up from anybody who can see that okay? Brilliant, thank you. Okay, so as you can see from the video, Dover is undoubtedly one of the most spectacular castles in the country, and certainly one of the only places where you can see 2,000 years of history in one single location. We have structures on site that were built by the Romans through to other areas that were in use by the military up until 1989. So that huge span of time is encapsulated in one site. You can stand atop the iconic White Cliffs, take in the glorious sight of Henry II's mighty medieval Great Tower, and discover the castle's vital role in World War I and World War II. I'm just going to take you on a fast kind of walk through some of the key attractions on the site, starting with the Great Tower, and then moving on through time to the secret wartime tunnels, and then Fortress Dover. The Great Tower forms the centrepiece of the medieval heart of Dover Castle, completed by Henry II between 1179 and 1189. It was the most advanced castle of its time in Europe when it was built. We've recreated the interior of the castle as it would have been in Henry II's time, as if his court was in residence, where he was often hosting visiting kings and lords from across the continent. The picture here shows the throne room in the main Great Tower, and this is the King's bedchamber, which is in the same building. The Great Tower operates on a free flow basis, with stewards and volunteers in most rooms to help and answer questions. During peak months, we also have live reenactors across the building, so you may be bumping into Henry or even Ellen of Aquitaine as well. Access can be an issue to parts of the Great Tower. The upper floors and roof are only accessible via spiral staircase. For visitors with mobility access and issues, we have another building next door, which gives you an overview of the Great Tower via audiovisual presentations and interactive. There is a cafe recently refurbished and also a gift shop in the same area. And just across the way, we've also got a military museum. Moving forward in time to the 20th century and the secret wartime tunnels. At Dover Castle, we've got over 8 kilometres of tunnels underneath the castle, although not all of it is open to the public at this time. The secret wartime tunnels are made up of 2 separate guided tours, one through the underground hospital, presented as it was in 1942, and the second through Operation Dynamo, which tells the story of the evacuation from Dunkirk in 1940, which was planned from those same tunnels. Both tours use a range of audiovisual presentations to take you through their respective stories. Because they are underground tours, both tours are guided by members of staff or volunteers from English Heritage and are limited to 35 people per tour, but tours run throughout the day. So in terms of getting larger groups onto a tour, it's easy to split them across 1 or 2 tours. We have full access to the tunnels, and there's an exit via lift if needed for any visitors with mobility issues. Again, there's a cafe and gift shop inside the tunnels, and our recently refurbished restaurant, the Naffy Restaurant, is only a 10-minute walk away. I'm just going to finish off at Dover by mentioning Fortress Dover, which is a new experience we put in to commemorate the 100th anniversary of World War I. This area includes the Port War Signal Station and Fire Command Post, presented as it would have been in 1914, 1918. Adjacent to that, we have the only operational World War I anti-aircraft gun in the world, and actually only one of 2 in existence still, which our volunteer fire crew will fire on regular occasions throughout the summer, as well as provide talks and answer questions to the public. And on the left-hand side there, you can see some of our volunteers firing the gun from last summer, or summer before, sorry, last summer. Not much happened last summer. Okay, I'm going to move on to Walmer Castle and Gardens then, which is just 10 miles along the coast from Dover, but a very different offer here. What started life as a Tudor artillery fort is now a stately home for the Lord Warden of the Cinque Ports, including the Duke of Wellington. The ground and first floors of the castle are open for free flow tours with stewards and volunteers on hand to assist with any queries. The ground floor gives you an introduction to the house and its changing role, while upstairs goes into more detail about some of its most famous occupants, including the Duke of Wellington, William Pitt the Younger, and Herbert Asquith. Finishing off on the bastions, you will have spectacular views across the beach and the English Channel. And yes, we do have a pair of Wellington's boots. You can see them in that bottom left-hand picture. However, the real asset at Walmer is probably the gardens. In addition to extensive formal gardens and the Victorian kitchen garden, we've recently opened up a new area of the garden that's been inaccessible for over 100 years. The glen, as you can see from this picture here, has been restored to its original planting scheme, and new steps have been installed to allow visitors to descend into the space for the first time ever. We've also installed an eco-friendly play trail around the woods that sits at the far end of the gardens with lots of nature-based challenges for children, young and old. As you would expect, there is a cafe and gift shop inside the main house at Walmer, as well as the new garden cafe in one of the old glass houses in the garden. I'm just going to touch very quickly on two more English heritage sites in the area. Deal Castle, which you saw in the video from Chris, is just a 5-minute drive from Walmer and is a perfect representation of what Walmer used to look like. Constructed at the same time as Walmer, it's been preserved in its original format, and the castle has a long association with the Royal Marines, and some of those stories are told in the interpretation scheme inside. A few miles further down the road is Richborough Roman Fort. This important site marks the start and also the end of the Roman occupation of Britain. The museum building is about to undergo refurbishment and will reopen in 2022 with a new museum and visitor offer. We have one of the most important Roman collections outside of the British Museum, and we're keen to put a lot more of this collection on show as part of this project going forward. I think that my time is probably up now, so thank you for listening. I look forward to welcoming you all to English Heritage Property in the near future. Happy to take any further questions later. I'm now going to pass over to Trevor Bond to talk about some of our amazing hotels in the area.
Thank you and welcome. Elaine, I think you're going to run the presentation, aren't you?
You're muted.
You're on mute, Elaine.
Bear with me 1 second, because I'm driving it. It's I can't get between the screens. I do apologise.
I am Trevor Bond. You got my voice, Elaine?
Yeah, I'm getting there. Sorry. Oh, stop.
And I work for the Holiday Inn in Dover and the Best Western Plus Dover Marina Hotel in Dover. As with any trip to an area, accommodation is really fundamental to having a really good holiday, and we're very fortunate in Dover that we've got 2 excellent hotels. The Holiday Inn Dover is actually a new hotel, and it opened in November up at Whitfield. It's a great hotel for tourists because it's all on the one level, so for those people who've got problems mobility wise, it just meets their needs. It's a modern hotel, 4-star hotel with excellent accommodation. It also features a Bella Italia restaurant, as well as the Junction Lounge bar where you can sit down, relax and just enjoy a quiet snack, or one of our traditional English afternoon teas, which is very enjoyable. The hotel rooms are all fitted out with their own coffee, tea making facilities, air conditioning, heating, and everything you'd expect to find at a 4-star hotel, but at a very affordable 3-star price. We also have a little mini gym as well. There are 2 lounges for you to relax, and the Wi-Fi is free. The Best Western Plus Dover Marina Hotel, which is located down on the waterfront, is an 85-room hotel, and it was built back in the early 1800s. This hotel has a Marco Pierre White restaurant and a Wheeler's fish and chip shop, where you can buy fish and chips or just have a nice coffee. The hotel features also a sauna and a jacuzzi and a steam room, and they are free to guests who are staying in the hotel. So that makes a really pleasant stay. Again, the views from the Dover Marina Hotel are excellent because it's overlooking the beach and it's within walking distance of the town centre. And for those who are interested in photography, it's great just to go out to the front of the hotel, look behind you, and you've got the Dover Castle in the background. Both hotels have very competitive rates, particularly during the winter, and we welcome groups up to 50, and we make you feel part of the hotel scene. So you don't necessarily you're eating with the guests, And of course, one of the things for both hotels is the fabulous breakfast we serve. We have lovely buffet breakfasts. You just go in there, eat as much as you like, and it'll start you off on the right footing for the day.
Thank you. That's fantastic. Thank you very much. I'm so sorry about those technical glitches there. Nothing like being live, is there? I'm now going to hand over to Karen to facilitate any questions and answers. If anybody has got anything they would like to ask, they can pop it in the chat box. But I'll hand over to Karen, and I think there was a couple of questions from before.
That's great. Thanks, Elaine. And I hope you enjoyed that. It's certainly very interesting. We've got a couple of questions at the moment. One is, are there any recommended itineraries for a long weekend? And the second one is, they're interested in any special attention that is given to international students. So if I hand over to Chris or Debbie.
I will pass to Debbie, but in terms of itineraries, the White Cliffs Country website, I've just posted the link in the chat, has a number of itineraries which are for 24 hours, 48 hours, and a link to different things which Debbie has been spearheading the development of. So I will pass on to Debbie.
Hi all. Okay. Yes, we've just introduced a number of different itineraries. With regards to the first question, Karen, we've got a 48-hour itinerary, but I believe the gentleman's name is Philip. So Philip, if you get in touch with us, I'd like to really be able to maybe drill down a little bit more, so we can sort of see what your preference are, what you're interested in, and help you a little bit more in depth. So please do get in touch with us, and you know, we can point you in the right direction. We've got the actual visitor information centre team as well, who are, you know, sort of very geared up to help with this. So do get in touch. With regards to, I can see a question on screen, Kevin Hunt. Oh, he's asking it to Neil, that's fine. So obviously for, again, international students, again, it'd be really nice to have a little bit more of an overview of what you're really after, and let's see how we can help you. Yeah, we can certainly sort of set up all sorts of individual itineraries for you. So do get back to us with, you know, via the actual links.
In addition to Kevin's question as well, it's one of the things we're working very closely with a number of independent schools which are across White Cliffs Country, so Dover College and others, and working with their teams, because I know they deal with international agents around the world, so in promoting the area but also helping with trips and those type of things with the language schools. So we are on that, but do get in touch with us and we can help you directly with links or anything you need.
Chris, if I can just come back on that question from Kevin Hunt about the English Heritage site. So at the larger sites, such as Dover Castle and Walmer Castle, we do guidebooks in a variety of languages, including Russian and Mandarin. We don't do Thai or Vietnamese yet. We haven't had the demand for that, but the larger sites, we do have languages across a range of guidebooks. On-site interpretation, in terms of interpretation panels, tend to be European languages, English, French, German, Dutch. But as I said, the guidebooks are available in a whole range of other languages, including Russian and Mandarin.
Thanks, Neil. Carol Gower, would you like to ask your question?
You unmute yourself.
Yeah, sorry for the delay. I would like to know the location of the new Holiday Inn hotel. I wasn't aware of that one. And also asking if there's coach parking on site, and perhaps to add, what other coach parking facilities are there in the area?
I'm happy to answer that one. Yeah, the new Holiday Inn Dover is, when we had the lockdown there, we've refurbished it and rebranded it completely. It was the old Ramada Dover ages ago, but all the rooms have been changed and the entire public areas are all not only changed, but reshaped, redesigned. So if you walk into it now, you wouldn't recognise it. As far as coach parking is concerned, we've got ample coach parking. We park 2 or 3 coaches on the premises themselves. So there's no issue there, and those coach parking is free. But the rooms themselves have been completely stripped, rebuilt, and where the old restaurant was is no longer, where a lot of the old bar is no longer there, and even the reception is completely different to what the old receptions were.
So that will be in a town centre location, would it?
It's not, it's actually in a suburban location. It's at Whitfield, which is, it's up at the top of the cliffs there. It's about 4 miles from the town centre, so it's away from the walking area.
Okay.
But there's a McDonald's down the road if people like fancy McDonald's. That's certainly within walking distance by about 3 minutes, 4 minutes. There's also, in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, people could walk to Tesco. And I only mention that because if you've got any groups or any inbound coming in, particularly from places like Germany, they often like to shop at Tesco before going home because there are certain items you can get in the UK that you can't get in Europe. So.
Okay, thank you very much.
And just to add to what Trevor said as well, across Dover District, there are a number of coach minibus parking spots. I've just posted a link within the chat to the Dover District Council website, which lists the coach parking within the town centres and within those areas. But again, myself and Debbie and the wider team can help you with any of those needs. And it's something we are developing as well. We're looking at for future development.
Yeah, and likewise, the Best Western Plus Dover Marina Hotel has got coach parking just around the corner, but it's got a coach bay, so people can just pull in there and then park around the corner in the De Bradley Wharf car park, and there's plenty of room for coaches there. And that's free too.
Question, can we add these links into the newsletter? Is there still time?
Yeah, I can do that. I was thinking that's not a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I can, like I said, myself and Debbie, anything anyone requires, just ask, and we can make sure those links, help, information, advice is available to you. Our website also has translate options for pretty much every language. I'm looking at Debbie, but Debbie doesn't know I'm looking at her because obviously we're on here.
We've also got a range of multilingual leaflets and information as well, so people might find that quite useful.
Yeah, thank you, Debbie.
You can, is there any more questions, first of all?
Everyone's quiet.
Yeah. Thank you very much to everybody for your attendance today. As a reminder, if you are to visit the website, then you will be able to go onto the Dove's profile, and you can actually, there's inquiry forms on there. So if you've got anything specific, if you want to pop it in there, then we'll make sure it gets to the team, or just contact them directly. So for the rest of show week, we've got the rest of the programme, which I'm sure many of you are signed up for, which is great to see. We've also got actually over 75 exhibitor profiles online. We've got the show offers to have a look at, our video gallery. All of these webinar or these familiarisations will be hosted as well. So please do take some time to explore. We'll be very grateful. Hope that's been helpful. I'm going to do like I did last time, and I really like it. If you don't mind, I'm going to take another picture. This is the only picture we have. If I could ask you all to wave at the camera for me. And thank you very much. It's just the social media. We do love a bit of social media, don't we? So,
there's a couple of things that you've missed.
Oh, okay. Sorry. You go for it.
No, you go if you can.
We will be on Saturday launching our new the venue. So we're very excited to be announcing we're going to Twickenham Stadium for our 2022 show in January, the 22nd of January, which is very exciting. Oh, Paul doesn't seem too happy about that. But we will be releasing a video on Saturday at 10:30 with a little bit more of an insight into the show and the venue there. Ready for next year. Okay.
Newsletter.
And our newsletter will be going out after this with a recording inside it as well, so you can review it. Clearly, I need Karen as my co-driver. So the e-newsletters will go out there, and if you haven't already subscribed, which I suspect you have, then you can subscribe on the website to make sure you don't miss any others. Many thanks. So many thanks for your time. I really appreciate it. We hope to see some of you on the next one tomorrow.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.